Hi, I'm Felicia, owner and operator of Therapy of the Soul, and this is the weekly angel message, Messages from Archangel Michael. It's the week of January 8th, so we're into the new year. I hope that you guys have had a great New Year's beginning and took into some of the message from Michael from last week about stepping into a new reality of being the most powerful person that you could be, and you're powerful beyond measure. And if you haven't watched that one, I'd go back and take a look at it. So here this week, I tuned in this morning and I was asking Michael what message to bring forward. And I kept getting this, he first showed me a rooster and waking up, wake up, wake up. You know, the roosters are in the morning, they cock-a-doodle-doo to wake us up in the morning. And that this week was about waking up and the process of awakening. So awakening is a place on the path where suddenly something shifts. Like we can have life circumstances that come in and sort of wake us out of our slumber and we start thinking about things differently. Sometimes awakening is a more gradual process where you're consciously doing practices to increase your awareness and to literally raise your consciousness. And a lot of times we have both of those experiences, and for myself, the life circumstance was part of why I went into further and do practices. I'll share a short story with you that I shared in my book on common faith. I was really increasingly unhappy. I was not feeling well most of the time. I would move to Florida and I was struggling. It was a couple years here. And I realized that I wasn't happy. And I remember I was out one night with some people I knew and I was standing out and, at the bar and just kind of hanging out. And I remember all of a sudden it was like I popped out of myself and I saw myself looking at myself and said, "Who are you and what are you here for?" And it was so profound and it happened like that. And from that point on, I just started thinking about things differently. I was like, okay, I need to make some changes in my life. I don't like the people I'm hanging out with. I don't like where I'm spending my time. I didn't like the job I was in. So I realized that I was so unhappy, and maybe I'd been unhappy, and I'd been unhappy for a long time, but I hadn't made any changes. So awakening can be like that. When you have an awakening experience, it will bring you to those two questions of who am I and what am I here for? Those are the two pivotal questions on this path. They will change your life if you just start asking yourself, who are you and what are you really here for? Are you for just getting up and going to work every day? Are you for, being bored or not being in a state of excitement or joy or peace? No, we're here to figure out who we really are, wake up to who we really are. You're a beautiful spiritual being having a human experience. You know this? You realize this? So let's ask Michael what we can do this week to help us in the process of awakening. What would be something that we would do intentionally to help us with that? So Archangel Michael, the great and mighty angel of purpose, the angel of power, as if he comes into your space right now with his cobalt blue, his truth, and he speaks to you through these cards as he speaks to me. So what can we do in our physical reality? What can we do mentally? And what can we do at our spiritual levels? There's two cards for that one to be a catalyst for awakening this week. So physically, love yourself. Really, when you love something, you want to take care of it. You're looking at it. This person's embracing herself. So what if you did something this week that helped you to really discover about something really wonderful about you? Do a really powerful self-care technique. Maybe even just spend some time and writing about what do you love about yourself. If you had to make a list, you show me, name 5 things you really love about yourself, right? What are some great characteristic and attributes? Are you very compassionate? Are you generous? Are you kind? Are you patient? Are you loving? Do you cook well for everyone? Are you a great artist? What are the 5 things? What if you typed those out and shared those with me? I'll pipe in 5 things. So I love how creative I am. I love how I take care of people. I love how I'm so compassionate. I love what a good listener I am. I love my hair. I don't know, something silly like this. So anything you can do to think positively of yourself is a practice of awakening to who am I. And then mentally, what can you do? Trust what you know, because you already, really, what if you knew you were really, instead of trying to figure out who you are, the angels always say, remember who you are. Remember who you are. You are the I am. I am beautiful. I am loving. I am compassionate. I am peaceful. Remember who you are. Forget about all those stories that you tell yourself, all those judgments, and remember your essence. Remember who you are at the end of the day when the job is done. Remember who you are at the beginning of the day before you start putting on all the masks and all the judgments and all the work and all the expectation. What if you even asked Archangel Michael, help me to remember who I am? Because deep within you, there is a soul's memory that knows who you are and why you came here at the spiritual level. First, shielding. Stop covering up. Stop putting up all these false facades. What if this week you were really honest and you didn't waste your time blocking everyone out? You didn't waste your time putting up imaginary, so the ego likes to put on personas. Sometimes people feel like spiritual imposters because they're doing a job that they don't like, but they're smiling. They're with somebody in their life that they don't really like, but they're smiling, right? Or they feel really crappy, but they're smiling. So it doesn't mean you go around going like, I'm just sad. But what if you just didn't mask everything? Think of right now, if you had a mask, what is the mask? And you take it off. And you said, see me for who I am. See me for what I really am. And watch how, right, manifesting is bringing truth to life. What if you were really manifesting yourself? What if you were really on the path in the journey of self-discovery? The journey of self-discovery. Know thyself. It's very important. Not about who you are for everyone else, all the people pleasing that we do and all the personas that we play. But what if you just take off all the masks and you just say, see me. There's a really beautiful practice that when you meet somebody, look them right in the eyes. They say if you look somebody in the eyes, you'll see their essence, you'll see their soul. When you're with people, let them look at you. Notice if you meet people's eyes, you're showing look in each other's eyes. There's even in yoga we say, namaste, the light in me sees and honors the light in you. So what if every time you saw somebody this week, you just thought or you said it, you just did a little namaste. And you looked them right in the eyes. It can change a moment. It can change a life. To be truly seen. And what if you go to the mirror and you just look yourself right in the eyes and you say, hey, you're pretty cool. I love you. So, awakening is a unique process for each of us. But it's essential. It's essential these days. Not this woke, everybody's woke, but a real, true awakening where you remember who you are and what are you here for. You got to start somewhere. Don't wait until life brings you some major catastrophic event, a sickness or a loss, to start looking at that. Do it right now. Do it in this moment. Look in the eyes of the next person you think and think, the light in me sees and honors the light in you. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So I wish you and honor you as you go through this week, that you really love yourself, right? And remember who you are. Don't get lost in all the chaos. Go into meditation and look in the lens of the soul. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for your powerful message today and always. Blessings, blessings for the week. Blessings, blessings to you. Namaste.